Hello everyone and welcome back to JJD I'm your host Josh, and we just found out some massive news surrounding the Canadian men's national team. We know who they will play just before they kick off their World Cup campaign, as Canada Soccer came out and put out this statement. The Canadian men's national team will face Japan as a part of their final preparations ahead of the World Cup. The two nations are scheduled to meet on November 17th. It is for a friendly in Dubai, and both nations will play their opening match in the World Cup less than a week later. Canada playing theirs against Belgium in Group F on Wednesday, November 23rd. So that is it. We know exactly who Canada will play, and the preparations look a little bit like this. Now, if you think back to a few months ago, it was kind of worrying times for Canadian fans because of the canceled friendlies, not being able to play still of a nation outside of CONCACAF since 2020 where they took on Iceland. We've been desperate to see what Canada can do after this incredible rise against some nations that are just simply outside of CONCACAF, but ones that are going to the World Cup and are pretty good. And this is what our next 6 matches basically look like. We are kicking things off in a couple weeks' time in Austria against Qatar on September 23rd. Qatar are 48th in the world, which is a pretty decent, we right now are 43rd in the world. We dropped a little bit, so we're relatively similar in the FIFA rankings. This is a team that's familiar with CONCACAF playing in the Gold Cup. They're a good competition. They're the hosts of the World Cup. And like I've mentioned, they're the defending Asian Cup champions. They deserve to be in this World Cup. They've earned it, even though they didn't actually go through the qualifications. But this is a good side, and odds are if they did go through the qualifications, they would have had a great chance at naturally qualifying for the World Cup. So I'm very intrigued to kind of get the juices flowing against Qatar. And then that leads into the match that I'm the most excited about. It is still in Austria against Uruguay on September 27th, and Uruguay sit 13th in the world. Now, out of our 3 preparation matches, this side is the most similar to the quality of Croatia and Belgium. They're 13th in the world. They've been to a semifinals in the World Cup not that long ago. They have superstars in this side. They will be a true test. They recently took on the US, so now being on to take on Canada, they'll kind of be familiar with how to play CONCACAF, which I think that makes this match a little bit better as well. And to take on a stubborn but well-organized defensive side with attacking talent on pretty much every flank. The left mid, right mid, striker for Uruguay are talented players. I'm curious to see how they're going to line up, which players will start, but it's going to be a great test for Canada to show, all right, this is kind of the wake-up call we need. These are the oppositions we're going to go up against in the World Cup. So I'm very much looking forward to that match in particular. But then the last one came up, and it is still a very good matchup. It is going to be, like I mentioned, on November 17th in Dubai against Japan, and they are 24th in the world, literally one place behind Morocco. So it's kind of a nice similar matchup there. Japan is a side that usually does pretty good in the World Cup, making it out of the group stage. Remember that incredible match they had against Belgium where it was 3-2. So this will be a good side with a lot of talent spread across Europe as well. I'm really intrigued for this one, and it'll give you that kind of similar feel of its side against Morocco. I'm not saying they play the exact same style, but they are a good side, and I'd probably put them in that type of category, and they literally sit 23rd, 24th. So that's really what you want to see. So if you take a look at the FIFA rankings, which don't necessarily mean a lot, but we're 43rd. We're taking on a nice kind of warm-up match against a team that I think will be a good test for us in 48th. And then we have 13th and 24th. And our World Cup opponents, they have pretty high rankings. Belgium sits 2nd in the world, Croatia is 15th, and Morocco is 23rd. So Uruguay, Croatia match up pretty nicely. And then, of course, Japan and Morocco as well. And then Belgium is Belgium. We're going to have to wait and see what kind of matchup that is. But I think the preparation matches are pretty stellar. I like the Qatar one. It kind of warms you up. It obviously probably would have been nice to get in that Argentina one. There's rumors that match could have happened. That would have been a direct link to a club of the side of the quality of Belgium. That would have been really intriguing to get that one out, but we weren't. Regardless, I'm very comfortable with this. I can't wait to see what is going to happen. I think the September window is going to be very telling. Out of all the windows we've seen a lot of players kind of come in and out, kind of the outside bubble players coming in. I think the September window will give us the best opportunity to see which types of players will be in this squad. Your Theo Corbianos, your Derek Corneliuses, Joel Watermans, the players on the outside, and then the dual national questions with like Mitrovic and players like that. Will this be the opportunity for them to come in, or will he stick with his guns and stay with that very similar 25-ish man teams that we've been seeing, knowing that this is a 26-man roster? It should be intriguing to see that this September window will probably be the roster very close to it. So I'm very excited. I like the matches that we have coming up, and this Japan one just kind of adds to that. It's a good team to play. I'm really excited for it. So let me know, guys, down in the comments what you thought of our preparation, because like I said a few months ago, if you would have gave me this, I would have been like, oh, that's there's no way. And we couldn't pull that off, but we did. These are good matches. I'm excited for it. Yes, we didn't get that Argentina, but regardless, I still think this will be good preparation for this team. And I'm just excited. This is unprecedented times for Canadian soccer fans, knowing that the World Cup is coming up and we get to see Canada take on the likes of Belgium, Croatia, Uruguay. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let me know down in the comments if you enjoy the friendlies that are set up, if you're happy with the Japan one. Let me know your thoughts, predictions, as always, and we'll get you guys ready, because in a probably pretty soon, we're going to really get into the content surrounding this upcoming September window with the squads that we be dropping, the previews. It will be a lot of fun. So guys, until next time, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers, friends.